Conformity Antidote. Melting one snowflake at a time. Get ready to be triggered. Here they come, the leaders of the new church, Reverend Cuz and Deacon Tex.
And welcome back to Conformity Antidote.
Hello, viewers.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day, all the fathers.
Yeah.
I'm not one.
Happy
God.
Happy Dad Day, like really, instead of Father's Day.
Yes.
Because you can fertilize an egg, but
Yeah.
you could. But a dad is the one that takes care of his responsibilities.
You got that right. Any piece of crap can be a father, quote unquote father.
And believe me,
it takes a lot to be.
I've
a dad.
had one.
Well, yes, we have discussed that, I think, on an earlier show. I think.
I think we have.
We
Definitely have. So, welcome and thanks for joining us on Father's Day. I don't know how many viewers we're going to get because it is Father's Day, but
yes,
hey, we appreciate anybody that does join us.
yes,
and
welcome.
Yes,
welcome aboard.
Welcome, crew members.
Ahoy, crew members!
And just so anybody, so now we're, as you can see,
We're going international.
Conformity Antidote is international. So as you can possibly see, or plainly see, all right. So we have, of course,
The good old U.S. of A.
Stars and Stripes here.
Stars and Stripes.
Boom. So that's, of course, the U.S. flag. Then we have the Israeli flag because we stand with Israel, and a lot of liberals don't. So we're here to piss people off, right? And then we have the heritage flags because on my side, Scottish. That's the Scottish flag.
And on my side is a little German. Oh, excuse me. Do you know a little German? Yes, he's standing right over there. What movie is that from?
Young Frankenstein?
No, Top Secret.
Oh.
Remember Val Kilmer? He's like, excuse me, do you know a little German? Yes, of course I do. He's standing right over there. And there was a little midget guy dressed in a Nazi suit.
And then what we're going to do is we have, if there's any countries that are coming on like gangbusters, all right, that are majorly supporting us, we're going to put them over here. So this one, if you don't know, and look, the yellow, see the yellow stars?
Yes.
Look, you can see through them.
Oh, yeah.
That's a little crazy.
It's
So this is the flag of the Philippines. And we have a
plethora.
plethora.
A plethora of people watching from the Philippines.
Yeah, Philippines is coming on like crazy. So, for all our Filipino brothers and sisters, we would like to say, Kumusta.
Kamusta.
That's hello. And I don't know if it's actually called Filipino or Tagal. Tagali. Is it Tagal?
I don't know.
Tagali?
Sure.
Anyway.
Sure. Namaste.
In the country. What?
Guten Tag. I know that. I know that sounds right. But
all right. So anyway, so that's what it is. So thank you to the Philippines because they have been majorly supporting us, and especially because if anybody hasn't been on our Facebook, our last video for last week got up to 32,000 views.
It's soaring like this eagle. It is just taking off the trajectory. Oh,
I'm flying.
I bet you are, honey.
Hey, we're going to talk about that a little later.
Yes, we are. So anyway,
so thanks for everybody for joining us, and thanks thanks to the Philippines.
Yes,
and so like next week we'll probably have another flag from another country.
Yep, we have numerous. I don't think we have all, but we have numerous countries. So if we see that you guys from a certain country are watching us like gangbusters, your flag will be represented here on our table.
Yes.
Our table El Internacional.
International. And also, one more thing I need to point out. It's my shirt. If y'all can see that, it's Unleash the Archers. Awesome heavy metal band. And they're the lead singer, chick named Brittany, got some serious pipes. So I'm also,
Are you in the fan club?
I'm in the fan club and I'm in the group on Facebook. So I'm going to take a picture of this and send it on their website.
Very good. Unleash the Archers.
Unleash the Archers. Go check them out if you don't know. If you've never heard them before, because they are amazing. All right.
Very well then. Oh, and before we move on to our regular news or whatever, let's not forget, and we'll bring this up again at the end of the show. But we're all excited. We're tickled. Actually, we're being tickled that we're going to do our first remotes next week. So stay tuned. We're going to give you more information on that because next week, Conformity Antidote hits the road.
It's going to be a little nuts.
We will actually come rising up out of the sewer, out of the basement, and in the trough of the beach.
Trough, yeah.
Yeah. We'll be in we're not going to actually be on the beach. We're going to be in like the outlet. It's not even an inlet.
They won't let us on the beach.
Yeah, it's an outlet. It's where all the poop goes from the houses. So that's where we'll be. But hey, we'll be close enough. It'll be great.
And for next week's show, we got a special little treat. We're going to bring out probably
we have a couple special guests.
It's a new segment that we're gonna start next week, and we'll probably do it, periodically. And also, here's another big thing. So if you guys what we'll probably do for the show is going to be kind of a free for all.
Yes.
Right, and it probably will last more than an hour. So anybody that has any questions or things you like us to cover, send us an email or something, and we'll cover it. Or if you rather hit us on Facebook chat during the show, then we'll be there for you there.
Yes, we will.
And you can ask any of the questions you want.
Yes, you can.
So,
yes.
Yeah. So I also wanted to do one quick shout out to, I know I'm going to get this wrong. I think it's Mike and Dave. I think that's their name.
Need dates?
What?
Wasn't that a movie?
I don't know.
Mike and that
Who
movie.
knows?
Okay.
So anyway, these are two guys. So I sold some tires and some wheels on Let Go, and the guys came and they bought it. So as we're rolling the tires out, my car's sitting out there, and I have a Conformity Antidote.
An advertisement. Sticker.
Advertisement.
Magnet.
Magnet.
Or was it the sticker or
Car
the magnet?
magnet. Car magnet. So we're rolling out, and I think it's Dave. I think his name is. He's like, "Hey, what is that?" And I said, "Well, let me ask you first." I said, "Do you lean politically to the left or the right?" I said, "Because if you lean to the left, there's no sense in us discussing anymore because you're not going to like it." He goes, "No, that's not how we roll." So I said, "All right." So we're conservative, and I told him, I was going to tell him anyway, even if he said, "Well, we're Democrats."
Well, I
still would have said something.
I think our show would be suitable for some intelligent, moderate Democrats. Not the left loonies.
Is there such a thing?
Yes, there is.
All right, just asking.
Yes, there is.
Just asking.
We're not, but we don't now. If they followed AOC, or if they had a tattoo of her on their chest or on their arm, I doubt they turn us off. Yeah. Or fans of Kamala Harris.
All right,
Beto.
Maybe next week we'll get you a little video of why we do that when we say Kamala.
Yes.
All right. Anyway, so yeah. So if you're conservative, well, hey, or Republican leaning
ish,
you'll probably like
aboard.
us.
Yep.
If not, then you're
welcome
probably
aboard.
Hate us. Welcome aboard.
So we don't mind a little hate. It's the hate you give.
You can be a Democrat. You can be a Democrat. You can even be a liberal. If you come to the table with some common sense and some data and some facts, we'll be more than happy to discuss stuff with you. But when you come up with these feelings and this BS, ain't happening.
The Reverend Cuz and I are all about what'd you say? Facts,
data,
facts and data.
Because the facts don't care about your feelings, son.
Isn't that right? Oh, cheers!
Oh, cheers! It's a noise.
Not noise.
Oh, that's lovely. Oh, speaking of which, I told the guys that we looked at the magnet. I said, I think I might have said something, but if I didn't, if they're watching,
we sell them.
You can also get the mugs
and the shirts. I got one on now.
You can buy a shirt, a mug, or a card magnet, or all three.
We are not only are we a Conformity Antidote, but we also confirmed capitalists and proud of it. We sell anything possible, anything for money.
That's right.
Almost.
Which really all the other socialized medicine countries do.
Yeah,
they're all capitalists.
Yes.
Thank you.
They're all capitalists.
All right.
And
we're go ahead.
I was just gonna say
we're rambling.
I know we're rambling. And okay, we're also real quick. Saw this afternoon Godzilla King of the Monsters for his Father's Day present. Go see it. Excellent. If you love the monster movies, go see it. It's great. A lot of action.
Yeah, you might want to. Don't bring your grandmother.
Yeah, and
it's loud.
Or have her bring her earplugs. Or turn a hearing aid off.
I can imagine if we didn't see it IMAX, but if we saw IMAX, I definitely probably would have had the earplugs because it would have been like insane.
Yeah,
but it's a good movie.
Yeah, it was a good movie. So anyway,
all right. So
are we ready?
We are ready for the news. Oh, you listen to those Cookie Baby.
Oh, sushi.
All right.
Godzilla. We're running low. Godzilla.
All right. So,
in the news.
All right. So, I think we talked about DHS maybe a couple weeks ago. But, so, the DHS chief, I keep forgetting his name, Kevin McAlien, whatever.
McAlien. Hey, that's another thing. It's funny you said that. Is that the government's starting to come out and admit that they could be UFOs.
Oh, whatever, man.
So
it's the stuff they just can't. Whatever. Shut up.
Anyway,
you get me off track.
I know.
Stupid aliens. Anyway,
it's not the aliens' fault.
It's stupid. Anyway, so DHS chief. So he testified in front of Congress again. Because let me explain something, man. You got to have all these Democrats, these liberal jackasses. They keep trying to pin stuff about this, that, and the other. So here's what we got. Here we go.
Look at this guy. I love the look of the face on this guy right there.
Yeah,
he's like.
So, they were in front of Lindsey Graham, and it says, and they were asking about asylum seekers because that's what it seems. That's what it seems like. This is all about. Is everybody come to the border seeking asylum, right? So he asked, Lindsey Graham asked DHS chief about them making the hearings and stuff like that. And she said, well, it depends on demographic, the court, but we see too many cases where people are not showing up. He told Lindsey Graham. He said, so out of 7,000 cases that I can name that I have documented evidence for, 90% did not show up to any hearings or any coordination follow-up. Lindsey Graham said 90%. He said that is correct. From a recent sample of families crossing the border, 90% are not coming to their asylum hearings. Now, if I am an illegal, right, and I am claiming asylum,
mm-hmm.
So what I want to do is if I'm playing by the rules, right, I want to do it formally, what do you call it? File that I'm an asylum seeker, so that way I get asylum in the United States and therefore, so forth and so on. But 90% are not showing up. Not only are they not showing up to the court hearings, but they're not showing up to the follow-up where they get coordination. Now, wouldn't you say if I wanted asylum that I would be doing everything in my power to show up for everything I can because I wanted to make that official and have the U.S. cover me for asylum?
No. I mean, yes. Yes, you would. Well, one would think.
One would think.
However, we know that a lot not I hate putting everybody. I don't like painting people with a broad brush.
Well, go ahead and broad it. You got 90%.
Right. That is kind of a broad brush.
That's broad as you can go to get.
But I can't say. I'm saying that I know. Obviously, some of the people that are coming across the border are coming over because their intentions aren't very good. They're either coming because the cartels are sending them over, or they're mules, or they're doing all kinds of other stuff that they're not supposed to be doing. I don't understand. There's a story that I want to kind of a caveat on that we know, somebody we know that was actually that has been in the country for quite some time. Great worker, he does good work. He does handyman stuff or whatever. I guess he's from Mexico. And he's very popular because the work he does is very good, and he's been here for almost 20 years, but he filed for citizenship, but has never got it, and he's never followed through with it. And the reason why was he's scared to death that he was going to fail the citizenship test. And I'm like, well, you don't know if you're going to fail it if you don't take it. Number one. Number two, that's why you study for it.
Yeah.
They have study guides and stuff for that sort of thing. And it's stuff like that. It's like, come on, dude.
And number three, now you are now illegal.
Right. And it's like, come on, dude. It's like, you've been here.
Seriously.
You've been here. He's married, has kids. And it's like, just all you have to do is do that, because it's to a point where you've been here long enough that I'm sure once you put it down, they realize that it's like, look, I really want to get my citizenship now. And you start doing the right thing. But why 90% don't show up?
90%.
Well,
and it's like we said before. Like, if you've ever watched the show, we've talked about this multiple times. They were even offered asylum in Mexico, and I'm not going to go through the whole thing again. But they were offered asylum in Mexico.
Right.
They said no. They're going to come to U.S. because I tell you exactly the reason why they're coming here is because they want the free ride.
Come on and take a free ride. Yeah. Oh, I was doing the who's the free ride by that old 70s.
Oh,
free ride. Or is that Grand Funk Railroad or something like that?
That's probably somebody like that.
I know. Anybody that's out there watching, if you know who sang a song, let us know. Thank you.
Yeah, let us know.
But that's what
that's what it's about. Concur. It's about the free ride. I don't want to have to deal with any of this other BS. I want to come to the U.S. and take the free ride, which if you saw our episode where we talked about the actual funds that go to, you're talking $115 billion a year that the U.S. spends on illegal aliens.
Billions.
And yes, they do contribute.
Billions.
They contribute $18 billion a year. But we've already, but that's on top of what we spent. We actually spend $135 billion. They contribute $18 billion. We're still throwing out the freaking ducats at $115 billion. What else could we do with the $115 billion? Let's talk about the VA.
I know what I can do.
Yeah, that. Let's talk about the VA. Let's talk about all the kids that are in this country that aren't getting fed. The abused mothers and abused kids that are getting, bullshit. Don't get me on the soapbox.
Exactly. And we've said it before. All right, I get it. Especially from some of the Central American countries. Your countries are being ruled by despots. I wanted to use that word today. Despots.
Ooh.
And dictators.
That's a nice word.
And there's a lot of a lot of people want to leave that and come to the safety, quote unquote, of the United States. All we've ever asked, it's like, and don't let these far left wing nut jobs fool you. We don't mind. Yes, this country was made of immigrants. The only thing we ask is that you just do the right thing.
Legal.
Do the legal thing. If you're 90%, show up to the meetings. or show up to the meetings. What does it say?
What is AA? Hello, my name is Jose. I am a legal alien. Hello, Jose.
Hello.
Is that?
I've been illegal now for 7 weeks.
Oh, sorry. Is that Hola?
Oh.
Hola, Jose.
But that's
Gucci. All right.
Gucci. That's the key. That's the only thing we ask, and that's the only thing anybody's ever asked. It has nothing to do with, you got these people out there saying it's racism, that we just don't want Hispanics up here, whatever. It has absolutely nothing to do with it. It's all about just doing the right thing. Just making sure the paperwork's filled out. Come up here to the country. We'll welcome you. Come in. We were our families were immigrants at one point in time, but when they came over,
I wasn't.
Oh, you were always here?
Yeah.
You were always here? All right.
Always?
You're always here? But anyway, well, my, they immigrated here from back like around World War I, I believe, somewhere around there. So
yours fell off the boat on the back end.
Well, yeah.
Anyway,
so that's the only thing. That's the only thing we ask. It's like, come on, we welcome to the United States, but just do the right thing. And obviously,
we spend money to teach English. No other country does that. If you go to another country, you better learn the language. But we teach them English. It's just, I get it, okay? I'm not trying to be an a-hole. But damn, we spend a crap load of money. We don't even, half our citizens don't even get that kind of treatment. Anyway.
Right.
And Miss Jen said it was Edgar Winter Group.
Ah, there we go.
I would not have thought that was who it was. But
I know Edgar Winter. Didn't he do Frankenstein? I'm sorry.
I think he did.
Yeah, he did Frankenstein.
And he did, because I know Alice Cooper did a Frankenstein. Or that's Feed My Frankenstein.
Feed My Frankenstein.
Excuse me.
Anyway,
all right.
So, enough a little rock.
One more thing in news. University of Alabama.
Sweet.
Roll Tide.
Oh.
Yeah, you're gonna get some this year too.
Blech.
We're gonna be whooping everybody's ass again. Like that.
That's what I got for you.
Roll Tide. Anyway, so Alabama had a huge donor. His name is Hugh Culverhouse Jr. All right. And he's a huge donor. So he donated $21.5 million to the University of Alabama for a new law building. You see there, School of Law. So after he did it, after Alabama passed the abortion law or the heartbeat bill, Hugh comes out and says, okay, we need to boycott Alabama. And not only boycott Alabama, the state, he said to boycott University of Alabama. So the University of Alabama was like, whoa, hold on. Okay, that's state legislator. They ain't got nothing to do with us. So, but he kept calling for it. So Alabama said, you know what? Okay, fine. Take the $21.5 million, shove it up your ass, and and go screw yourself. So they actually gave the money back. They actually gave the money back and then took his name off of the plaque. I don't know if you can, like the big old,
no, it's
right there.
It's missing.
So I think it's supposed to say, what's his name? Hugh Culverhouse Jr. School of Law. Yeah, School of Law. Culverhouse Jr.
Now it's scratch.
Now it's
scratch. School of Law.
That's go screw yourself. School of Law. So I just applaud University of Alabama because telling him to go screw himself and not caving into the freaking, because that's big. When you get a donor that's dropping $21 million,
right?
A lot of times schools will just bend over backwards, fold like a lawn chair.
Because that is a lot of money. That is a lot of money.
It is a lot of money, but Alabama's like, you know what?
Obviously, they had money coming in from somewhere else as well.
Yeah, the football program.
Yes.
Doggone football program. I don't know how many, like hundreds of millions.
But I agree. I don't understand. The only comment I'm going to make about this story is that's okay. So my state government does something that I don't like. So I'm going to withhold money. I'm taking money away from a school. All right, I'm not going to have this high school built because your government's doing it. or I'm not going to give to the Maryland Cancer Society because your government vote did something I want to do. Really?
Yeah.
You're the only ones you're hurting. The only people you're hurting are the students.
Are the people that you were looking to try to help
Right.
to begin with? That's why you gave the money in the first place. You dumb ass.
Yeah, you're
Got
not
something for
hurting.
you.
You're not hurting the politicians. You're not hurting the politicians. You're just hurting the students that want to go to Alabama to go to the law school.
And, God forbid somebody has a different viewpoint than you do.
Right.
There's so many people have different viewpoints than I do, especially when we went through the freaking 8 years of moron. But you still respected the presidency as it was, and you moved on. You didn't do all this stupid crap and stuff.
No, it's bad now.
See, here's my thing, and I'm just going to say this one time real quick. All right. And I think we talked about this, I don't know how many times, but everybody keeps talking about like the heartbeat bill and this, that, and the other. And everybody's coming out about, like, what was her name? Celine Skank Gomez, where she wore 1973 necklace, to celebrate Roe versus Wade and this, that, and the other. It's like we've said before, people. It's the difference between killing a baby and not. There's not these, when you keep talking about, women's choice, it's not, like we keep saying, there's not like 5 or 6 other choices out there. Either you're for killing killing the infant, or you're not. So they keep trying to this women's choice as a straw man to not really discuss what it really is, which is killing a child. What the frick?
And my thing is too
Dang.
is don't be hypocritical about it. If you're pro-choice, then you also need to be pro-death penalty. If you're willing to, if you have, that's the only point I'm going to make on this whole abortion thing, because is if you want to be pro-abortion, then you also need to be pro-death penalty. That's what I'm saying. Obviously, if you want to kill a human being at the beginning stages of life, then you ought to be willing to kill a human being at the end, towards the middle or end stages of their life, for doing something egregious against society.
But he's not in my body, though. That's different.
We can change that.
We can't.
We can
shove him right up
put
in
that
there.
right.
But the point of the matter is, murder's murder. I don't care what you want to say.
Moida's moida. Yes.
Point blank. That's
Correct.
what it is.
So,
all right.
Anyway,
we're done with it.
Done with the news.
And like we said, I don't know, like almost every show, we could go on with the news
Forever
for
and ever.
36, 48, so you name it, we could go all day on
Oh
my gosh.
There we go.
You people see what I got to deal with every day. Seriously.
I like this little.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, what's this?
Oh, my goodness.
Stand back.
What the hell is that?
That's crazy.
So we are in the lovely country of Australia.
G'day. G'day, mate.
G'day, mate.
Could I get a blooming onion?
Can I get a strip on that, Bobby, right there? All right. So doctors were performing emergency heart surgery in Australia, and they ran into a little issue. So a 60-year-old man was in surgery last year for the repair of a tear in the inner layer of the aorta wall in the chest. The patient's chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, also known as COPD. Is that where the old fart's like blowing down the pig's house?
Yeah, the one where the.
You mean like you two did,
Grandpa?
Grandpa? So known as COPD means he had air-filled blisters, which doctors punctured, causing a leak. Well, the doctors worried that the man would suffer a respiratory attack and decided to give him more anesthesia, which resulted in him receiving 100% oxygen. The increased oxygen, however, proved to be a problem after doctors used a surgical tool that uses heat to cut through tissue and stop vessels from bleeding. Kind of cauterizes them. Well, it sparked and igniting a flash fire in the man's chest cavity. Hey, mate, you got any marshmallows?
I got the Hershey. I had the Hershey candy bars. They're having some more. Who's got the sticks?
You got the graham crackers.
Hey, what would they use? They use like them like rib spreader or something.
There
To
you
hold the marshmallow.
Oh, that bat's on fire! Blow it! Where's the crackers? Who you calling cracker?
Mm-hmm. There's a room full of crackers. Bet.
I said graham crackers. They're brown.
I like my crackers. Never mind.
Could you imagine me standing there and all of a sudden?
What are you, Ritz?
Whoa!
No.
What the hell?
Singe off your eyebrows.
What is this? Yellowstone?
Yellowstone.
Yellowstone.
Good thing the guy's asleep. Can you imagine if he was like? Can you imagine if you happen to be awake or whatever? Lord, is my heart supposed to be doing that? Sure.
Sure it is.
Sure it
it's
is.
a new
Procedure.
It's a new flame procedure. It's getting a little hot in here.
Good day. Where's the dingo? I'm just thinking off Australian stuff. The dingo ate my baby. Where's the diggery?
We don't have a diggery.
Oh my gosh!
I'm gonna have me a Vegemite panini on that thing.
Hey, you need anything? Have you ever had that?
Vegemite?
I'm telling you
I have not.
I'm telling you right now. You all in Australia, you're something else because I had that. I had a little bit of Vegemite, and it's like. Oof.
What does it taste like?
It's god awful.
Ass?
It's like really, yeah. It's just I don't know. I guess it's an acquired taste, but it's anyway. So it would need to be toasted. Now, did it say? Did we know if this guy surgery was successful or did he just
it didn't necessarily whether or not the surgery was successful. He didn't die.
Okay.
Because they put it out.
Cheers.
They used a fire extinguisher.
It is. Okay. So much for not having an infection. Don't worry about that.
Yeah, instead of cauterizing the vessels, they cauterized his whole chest.
I know. That's true. They cut off the blood supply everywhere.
And then, of course, he went out and they had a Claire. We got him back. There he is. There
he is. That's a good boy.
Bless your heart. It just
singed
singed all the hair off the rest of his body.
And they give him a marshmallow, and it's just like, this is your marshmallow with your bodily fluids on it. You had a chest fire, and we cooked this for you.
You're welcome. That'll be another $100.
Yes, we'll tack that onto your hospital bill.
You get that right.
Which I'm sure they did that. They tacked that onto the hospital bill.
Yeah, here's your bill. Here's your bill for $5,000. For what? We almost set the opera room on fire.
Well,
I was asleep.
Yeah,
I was out. What the?
Well, actually, I think I don't think he has to worry about it because I think Australia has their socialized medicine in Australia too. So I think I'm not sure.
Socialized medicine.
There you go.
Capitalistic government.
And
a little bit of this.
A little bit of burn. A little bit of heart. Now
that's heartburn.
Could that be heartburn? Boom. Bing. Do we have that?
I need a Tums.
I need a Tums. Rolaids, Tums, whatever you got. Pepsi AC.
Bucket of water.
A bucket of water.
Where's the sawdust? Spread it on there. All right.
Oh my gosh, poor man. Was somebody help that poor man?
I went in for surgery, and I came out with a singed everything.
Hey, I wonder if it was like. But can you imagine? No, but could you imagine though? I'm surprised because they have like oxygen tanks and stuff like that all over the place. I'm surprised that whole room didn't go kaboom.
Well, if they're feeding him oxygen, I'm surprised that flame didn't go up the hose and then
in his lungs.
Boom.
Yeah, I mean it's bad enough. He's on his chest is on fire, but
surprised you didn't get in one of these.
No kidding. Or they blow the whole room up. Feed the line like boom.
like that.
Yes.
All right. Well,
That's crazy.
that is crazy.
But I'm glad he's all
imagine
right.
if he'd have woke up halfway. Woke up.
I know.
That's not even.
And
That's not even a word. If he woke up halfway through and is like,
he woke.
Then
He's
I
know. Hey, and the doctors and nurses are standing around. Oh, it's so cold in here. It's better than a trash bin.
especially if they're sitting around doo-wop.
Yep. Or a doctor and a nurse are like are dating and it's
they're
like
having wine.
Yep, they're sitting by the fireplace.
Ooh.
Oh, this is such
so
lovely
romantic.
nice.
It's such a lovely night.
Beatrice,
Would you like a little hot toddy?
Oh, I love him.
All right.
Poor guy. He's woke.
No, he woke.
He's woke. That's what I'm saying.
He's
Poor
fried.
man.
He's fried.
I know.
What he is. Poor.
We're just glad that you're still alive. Nothing happened to you. But
Good thing.
you know that's crazy. Can you imagine if that was you and you were in there and after the fact and the doctors came in and you're like, what? Why? What stinks? What smells like?
It smells like cooked meat. It smells like cooked meat in here.
Yeah.
Well, if that would have came by chest, I probably would have burned my whole beard off.
Oh yeah, I know.
So I was like, I'd be coming in like all bald right here.
They would have had
hey.
They would have had like all like yeah.
Oh, we decided to shave you. From my chest down here, and you shaved up here.
Well, your hair got in the way. Your hair got in the way.
Anyway. Anywho. All right. So next is
we go from Australia to
hey,
work it, girl.
Oh.
All right. Wait a minute. Who are these? All drag queens?
No. Well. Well, this one.
Stop. Behave.
This one right here, you can pass for it. It definitely looks like a dude trying to be a woman.
Oh. There we go. That's even better. Let's do a double.
My bad.
Anyway.
So, here we go. So now we're going back to. So you figure, okay, we have a little panel here, and they're and these two on the end, the bookends are drag queens. So you think, okay, they have a little panel with drag queens, no big deal. Okay, well, slight problem is this is at a middle school in Durham, North Carolina. My sentiments exactly. So, Taylor Schmidt, an 8th grade teacher at the school, and his colleague, Shakara Brooks, saw the impact of bullying and other negative behavior was having on students in their school who identify as LGBTQ, YNSUV, WXYNZ.
MICKY. Oh, sorry.
And so here's okay. First of all, let me throw the flag. So apparently, I guess only LGBTQ whatever students are the only ones being bullied. I guess, or at least that's the only ones we're going to address.
Right.
Okay.
That's right.
So Schmidt said, our drive was to remove barriers to success, belonging and the ability to thrive for all students. It's called a hard look at the roots of these behaviors and intentional actions to liberate not just the bullied from oppressive acts, but the bullied from oppressive root causes of their actions. Okay. I got a little more to go, but what you're telling me is, so what we're going to do is to stop the bullying, we're going to bring in some drag queens.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Really? So that's going to do it? Okay. I mean, look. All right, we'll get into some more. The concept makes no damn sense. So, the Pride and Liberation event was born. With it, the styling of social activists and drag queens of color, Vivica C. Cox, which is this one right here, this lady. Exactly. That's her name. And Stormy Day, which is over there on the end.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And they both are from the House of Cox. Dude, I'm not making this up. This is...
Can you imagine?
Now they spell it COXX.
Of course they do.
I'm sure they do.
Can you imagine if you're like a parent and your kids come home with this thing of speaker and it's like, and they're like, Mommy, we got this speaker coming to school. Look, and they're like looking at it and they're like, oh.
Well, especially if the kids came home with glitter all over them.
I know. I was given to this by somebody named Cox. I know. Where'd you get that glitter from? Oh, somebody named Cox.
Miss Cox.
Miss Cox.
Stormy Cox, I think her name is. Or Vivica Day,
No.
I can't remember.
And Stormy Daniels is at the school. Stormy Daniels. What the hell's going on at that middle school, Bet?
So both performers talked about their experiences in middle school and not being accepted. They said it's important to celebrate individual differences in the trenches of middle school. You hope that the
trenches.
Yeah, trenches.
Well, middle school does suck.
It does suck. You get some nasty people.
Yeah.
Look, I'm not trying to be sexist.
Sexy.
But women, I mean, girls in middle school are freaking nasty.
Yes.
I mean, nasty.
Well, that's because that's the point where they've already like they've hit puberty and like shot up like this, and the boys are still like.
Yeah, but I mean, to each other.
Yeah, that too.
Well, mostly, and so they said you hope that the children listen to this, so that they know we didn't have this when we were growing up. We weren't seeing people like us being celebrated. Okay, now here's where I have an issue. Well, I have an issue with the whole thing, but, having drag queens come into middle school, but they're talking about being celebrated. Okay, so being accepted as you are is not the same thing as being celebrated. So that's where we're getting into something. Now, again, I don't think anybody should be bullied for any reason whatsoever. Sexuality, this, that, and the other. Even if I don't agree with some of it, don't agree with it, that doesn't give me the cause to, bully you or this, that, and the other. But to have it be celebrated, and that was their big thing. Their big thing wasn't so much in the fact that they were trying to stop bullying as it was that they wanted to celebrate being different. And when they say different, they don't mean, okay, I don't know, whatever difference you want to make. Maybe I am an, Indian from India and mostly white or black or something like that. Might be a little different. They're talking about sexuality, all this other stuff. And it's like, okay,
I guess
none of this stuff needs to be celebrated. It needs to be.
I guess, obviously, because I think you brought it up too, that it looks like it's at a predominantly black middle school, because everybody there on the dais appears to be black. So I'm assuming that. I guess so.
Okay, I was waiting for it. There's like, it was all
look
for half an hour.
If it was coming in, if it was like, if you had this what did they call it? What did they call this thing? This event?
Oh, this was the hold on,
Pride and Liberation event.
Pride and Liberation
All
event.
right. This is my thing. If you're gonna have like the Pride and Liberation event, then show that if you want to do something like this, why aren't you showing the kids the different types of professionals and people that are in the LGBT community? I'm going to tell you right now, a very small percentage are drag queens. So I'm not sure what's going on. There's a lot of LGBTs that are normal, that do normal jobs. They're lawyers or doctors or teachers, whatever. And it's like, why not have them up there? Why are you having Vivica Cox and Stormy Daniels? Stormy Daniels, okay, we know where that name's supposed to be. Stormy Daniels. We get it. I mean, in a middle school.
Yep, in a middle school.
And not only that, but you have kids at that age are still in that. They're still trying to figure out who they are, where they fit into the game of life.
No, they can make decisions on their own.
Hey, well,
even in elementary school, they can make decisions on their own.
Yeah, if they want.
Yeah, really.
I like the one. There was one. This kid was like 5 years old.
Yeah,
and it's like, Mommy, I want to be a girl. Okay, you're a girl, and the kid's 5 years old. Or what? Look, lady, what are you gonna do when he hits 13? And be like, why are you putting me in this damn dress? Why did you cut my weenie off? And that has happened a couple times. There was one, that we're tight for story, but that has to happen on numerous occasions where the parents make the decision, say, let's go for it. You're being expressive. We're going to let you be who you want to be, but they don't know what they want to be yet. But then when they become older, they start becoming adults. They're like, well, I really don't want to be a girl. I want to stick with being a guy. Oh, wait a minute, I can't anymore because mom and dad had me fixed.
My bad.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's like Tex says, even in without the extremes of somebody trying to fit in. You talk about middle school and even in high school, people just trying to figure out where they fit in life. Not even in throwing in the whole different sexuality type thing, this and the other. That's hard enough. So when you're saying that a kid, that's in elementary school or even middle school, knows who they are enough to take it all the way down the road like that, no.
Right. And then
that is freaking ridiculous.
And then my point is, if you're going to have something like this, okay, if you're saying, especially in the black community, because I'm going to tell you right now, I don't care what these people say. I don't care what the left says. I don't care whatever. But the African American community you all want to point the finger at the other communities saying about how they are prejudiced against the LGBT community. I'm going to tell you right now, the African American community in itself is very, very prejudiced against the LGBT community. So, that being said, I understand what you're trying to do. Doing it this way, I think, is wrong. I think if these kids were trying to figure out their sexual identity, 8th grade, they're 13, okay, let's say if a kid identifies himself as being gay, but have somebody on there that's like a lawyer or something like that. It'd be like, look, I got bullied, don't let it hurt you, persevere or whatever, but no. We have this cast of characters, and they're putting on a show. Hello, everybody. Frisco. Blah, 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 blah. Just confetti comes flying out. I'm sorry. And
especially in the black community, that the family unit is already so fractured.
Right.
That now you got to throw in all this other like doubt and confusion with these kids trying to figure out where they fit in and who they are, and you throw this in. Okay, yeah. Let's just stir the pot even more to where they can't figure out what the hell's going on and stuff in life.
I think my personal opinion, and I know Reverend Cuz agree. Obviously, that definitely agrees. But this is middle school, and and the thing is too. Here locally, there was a story about drag queens being invited to talk in elementary schools, like for story time, and they're reading like a drag queen reading a story, and it's like, why does it necessitate that? The kids are too young. When they're in high school, when they're teenagers or whatever, teenagers are like a little bit more aware of things, not completely, but they're a little bit more aware of stuff. They can handle the whole drag queen thing. You're talking little kids. They don't. Why is Mommy that woman needs a shave?
Honey, that's called a 5 o'clock shadow. Mommy gets hers too, right above her lip.
So
I don't have.
Oh, what was that? I like that.
That was the drag queen coming in.
And not only that, but and on a closing note for me, if I'm inviting drag queens to my school, I think I'm going to pick something else from the Cox. Oh, honey, I got these two people from the Cox.
House of Cox.
The House of Cox. That sounds wonderful. Yeah, okay.
And
that's
they also
not supposed to be. I can see them out on the club circuit. Okay, that's great. Hey, look, it's Vivian Cox. Show us what you got, honey.
shove something in my G-string. You already got something. You already got something in your G-string. I ain't touching it. But they. Okay. So,
oh, that's coming up.
no, that was
the barrel.
G-string.
Oh, G-string.
Well, I forgot what I was saying. So they also did a performance.
Oh, with the tap. Oh, that's right.
Hey.
With the kids that tap dance or whatever.
All right. So here's the thing. So again, I agree with Tex. So if you had some people who are gay, gay, lesbian, whatever, and you had them in this as professionals in whatever field, you could say, look, if this is what you feel like you are or whatever, but
you can be successful, don't be bull, and
why
and
are we going way off the freaking
right.
cliff and we got drag queens rolling up in
right.
here?
Identify in with the bullying aspect of it and kind of focus on that. And it's like, okay, kids, if you're being bullied or whatever, look, you can be successful, persevere. This is how you do it or whatever. This is, to me, saying the signal. It's like, well, go ahead and go to school and dress, in your mama's dress and feel free to walk around. And I can see that now. This kid gets to his head. He's like, I'm going to do that. And as soon as he goes walking into the school, these two leave. Vivian Cox. Whoops. And Stormy Daniels take off. Some kid shows up in school in his mother's dress, and guess what's going to happen? I'll tell you what's going to happen. Exactly.
Not that it's right. It's just life.
It's kids.
If you're going to do this, then why don't you bring in the gay guy with the ashless chaps and the crown of dildos?
Hey.
Okay. I'll give you Texas email. You would not be on this show if that was going on. Because there would be a little bit of this once the camera went off.
That wouldn't be.
Their sweet cheeks.
I can just see that.
Ashley's chaps and a dildo crown. Actually,
I'll wear a chandelier on my head.
Chandelier. Okay, but that's the point. I mean, why are we going? You could educate kids in different without having to go this whole
anyway. Yes.
Bye.
You get the point. All right.
So next
topic.
I don't think she needs to worry about the girl standing there. I don't think she needs to worry about this. But anyway, that's rude. All right.
That's very sexist.
That is sexist.
That's very sexist.
So there is in Missouri, and actually it's other places, but this is where the story has come from. Jackson County Detention Center in Missouri, and so there is an issue that 74 criminal defense attorneys, they've kind of all signed this letter because of the jail policy, which is when they had these attorneys that are coming in to visit their clients that are in jail, for whatever offense, they have to go through a metal detector. Now, they're going through this metal detector, and it's going in, and I thought I took all my change out here. I think. I forgot. But here's my ring here. Let's go through again. I don't have anything. I don't have anything metal on me. What's under your boobs? That's a little wire bra. Well,
yeah, they do they get the wand.
So you got.
Go ahead, keep going.
You got two options. You either go get another bra, or you take it off. Take the bra off.
Right here.
Right here. Right. Oh, if I got to take this off.
Sweet Jehoshaphat.
Let me tell you something there, Missy. I don't believe your grandpappy and grandmammy would appreciate you walking around with your
melons hanging
Yo,
out.
melons hanging out. Y'all, that ain't a proper Southern lady to be walking around with.
Especially an attorney, which I have a hard time finding a woman being an attorney anyway. But the 19th Amendment or whatever took care of that problem, and I can't do nothing about that. But Missy, you gotta be careful around here.
Especially if you're walking around, somebody might do it just a little, And that's going to be hard to prove your word against somebody else's.
I like this. I like the first sentence though.
Which one?
It says here. As far as 74, as Reverend Cuss said, as far as 74 criminal defense attorneys in Missouri are concerned, the security policy at a county jail seems drafted by a bunch of boobs.
That's a quote.
Get it? Boobs.
The lawyers all signed the open letter Thursday protesting the Jackson County Detention Center's policy of denying admission to female attorneys if their bras trigger the metal detector at the jail entrance. So what they say is like bras with metal clasp or underwire support, almost every bra, set these detectors off, the attorneys write in the letter.
Mm-hmm.
Women are then required to either remove their bras or denied entrance. For female attorneys, that means the choice is to remove their bras or not see their clients. The net effect of these newly implemented measures is that female attorneys are being denied meaningful access to their clients in violation of their clients' constitutional right to counsel. Well, I would say that you would have greater access if you would have took that bra off.
Excuse me, officer. I'm having a hard time with this bag. Can you get this for me? Oh, absolutely.
Good
Missy.
Lord, Missy.
Look.
Would you like to borrow one of our carts?
What do you say, cots?
Carts.
Carts?
Because I don't think we have any wheelbarrows in here.
We carried them things around.
Yeah. Because
Oh, my
your
gosh.
back's going to be hurting by the time you get all the way down to the detention center. Plus, I don't think them boys down there they would probably cause a riot.
Oh, and look at you there, Mrs. Public Defender. I'm going to tell you right now, milk's gone bad. It looks like two melons that have been sitting out way too long in the field.
Gotta look like a couple fried eggs on a hot day. Yeah, what is that? What's wrong with you?
Oh, my goodness.
I apologize for him.
Apologize for me.
Speaking of which, like she don't.
Anyway, yeah, she doesn't have to worry about a whole lot of things.
Nope.
Anyhow, I know. Anyhow, I'm gonna just say, after doing some extensive research, because we do. Oh, I knocked my flags over.
Look at you.
We do extensive research on this show. As you know, we don't make stuff up. This comes from factual stuff. Anyhow, after doing some research, this has been, she's making it seem like this is a new policy in the federal system. This has always been in there for visitors or whatever, about wearing underwires and bra. And, one of the things, and one of the reasons where it stems from, people laugh. We're joking about it. We laugh, which we will. We laugh at everything. But one of their concerns were, I guess, a while ago it was brought up about letting them go with the underwire bras and stuff like that. Well, some got caught onto it and started putting other metal objects up in their brassiere. And when they came time to go into the metal detector, and they were like, "Oh, it's just the bra," she's like, "It's just the bra." Well, guess what? It wasn't just the bra. It was a shank. No, it was something else that she gave to whoever she was visiting and turned it over to him. that was the whole reason why underwire, any metal.
And if you know that, I mean,
Right.
if you know that, just
Exactly.
I know it probably sucks. I mean, believe me, we joke about it, and I know it probably sucks. But you know what?
Get a sports
If that's
bra.
what you need to do, then don't wear that type of bra because it's just
Right, they sell brassieres. And
Brassieres.
trust me, I used to wander around Victoria's Secret until I got kicked out. And
yeah, with a little bit of this,
hey,
they had to
I told
they had to
you,
tase them out of there.
Tex, I told you to get out of there. Yikes. But they sell brassieres. Oh, that's what happened too. They sell these brassieres without underwires and stuff like that. They don't, all right, it's only temporary. You're not staying in there all day long or for a week or whatever like that. Right. You're in there for like an hour or two.
Believe
put
me,
it on, wear a
sucks.
sports bra or whatever. She doesn't have to really wear anything to worry about it anyway.
But how many like, I know it's not an overwhelming majority, but how many like nurses, attorneys, this and the other have been gotten in a relationship or helped help one of these
well, not only that, it's like you got the girlfriends of drug dealers going in there, or of other people that are going in to do visits. Yeah, exactly. And it's just follow the rules. I mean, they suck. It sucks that these people, whatever. But they do. There is a reason for that. In Missouri, I can't believe they haven't done that any sooner. I think it's been my research. It's been done at the Fed system for quite some time. So I'm surprised they're making this big deal in Missouri. I think, ladies, I've had it. Let's just go out here and burn these things. Where's that man at with that chest? Can you imagine? They're in Australia. He has his heart on fire and they're throwing their bras in his chest. He gets up and he has cross your heart.
He's got like lace and wires all in his chest. It's like, what is that? Is that to close my stomach up? No, that's underwires.
I know. He has like cross your heart burned into his chest. There's that new tattoo. Crossing the heart and bra.
What is this? What is this Playtex? What is that?
We burn our bras in your chest to fight the system, to fight the man. Oh, my goodness.
All right,
and I was just kidding about Victoria's Secret. I was never kicked out of Victoria's Secret. Never.
He's got a freaking frequent shoppers card there.
I don't know why. I don't know what I'm. Well, never mind. I think it was for. Anyhow, look, we have time. We can actually do I think we can do our last thing.
Right?
Yes.
All right. So
let's do it real quick.
Let's roll up out of here. Ow! I'm getting the itch. All right. So our last one is. Oh, he's got up there. That's all it is. Guy will get some drinks. Well, so
this was a good one. This was a story we were going to do last week, but we ran out of time. So we're going to do it. We're going to get it. We're going to slide it in this week.
Slide it in. That's a little White
yep.
Snake song. Go check it out. All right. So a woman had recounted how a brief encounter with a handsome stranger at a bar turned ugly as she received an outrageous demand the following day. So Chloe Matthews from London, after she received a text message from a guy she had shared a couple drinks with the night before. So she wrote, so a guy bought me a drink when I was out last night, and I gave him my number. Anyway. Oh.
Hey.
So. When the student paramedic answered that she had been the girl he was chatting with at the bar the previous night, she verified that. He's like, could you transfer me for those drinks I bought you last night, since we didn't go home together and it really wasn't worth my time?
Wow. Okay.
Okay, let me explain something here. Okay. The amount that a guy expects is based strictly on the amount of food that you eat.
Yes. This is coming from experience.
If you just would have went out and had a couple appetizers, he may not be expecting all that much.
Right. A nice little dinner. Appetizers, you're straight out.
Appetizers. Now, if you're rolling up
Taco
in there,
Bell, you're out.
I
can do
kiss.
Yeah, I think it's
Kiss
little
or something.
case, little coal in a case.
Little coal for
little
Taco
coal
Bell.
in a case for a
For a little
nacho fries.
Nacho fries.
Oh, that's a little bit more than a kiss.
Well, if you get a load of nachos, that can be a little bit farther down the road.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree.
Or around the bases. Anyway.
Around the bases.
Okay, so, but now if you're going to roll up in, so even though you know what? You want to talk about our double date from hell?
No.
And talk about...
No. I'm not going to talk about that. It was a bad memory.
Yeah, but let's just show you what possibly could have been expected, even though it wasn't.
I wasn't expecting anything, really, for the most part. Because it was already kind of...
Go ahead and throw it out there.
So anyway, I, myself, and a lady friend, was a little bit more than a lady friend at the time, went to eat with Reverend Cuz and his wife down to Washington, D.C. We drove all the way down to Washington, D.C., by the Tidal Basin, went to Phillips, okay, which those of you that know is a kind of expensive little seafood restaurant.
Like seafood restaurant.
It's a little bit more upscale. And I mean, not uber expensive, but it's up there.
Yeah, it's not like
so anyway, to kind of keep the story a little bit short, when she's looking at the menu and stuff, and the waitress comes around, she said she was hungry. She was my friend was, I'm hungry. So she proceeds to get the $15 salad because she thinks that's like an appetizer.
Caesar salad.
Right. And I'm sitting here, I'm like, well, that's like $15. That thing's huge. So, yeah, it comes out, and this thing's like on a platter.
Plate the size of a manhole cover.
Right, it's on a platter. Because that's, hello, you're paying $15 for a bloody salad. They're expecting that's all you're going to eat. But no. She proceeds to order I don't know what it was.
Fisherman's catch or something?
The captain's feast or some shit. I don't know. Not that Red Lobster crap either. This thing came out. They brought it out and it
trash
had,
can lid.
Right, and it was like huge. So it was like crab legs, crabs, clams, or something. I mean, it was just a lot of crap on there.
Shrimp, you name it.
Well, because the plate was like $40, and I think she nibbled on about 5 items on that plate because I was too busy trying to eat my stuff. And she's eating like a little bit off of her plate, and she's like, "Oh, I'm done." And before I knew it, okay, so you're like, okay, that's fine. Maybe she had that big salad, and maybe she was done or whatever. Next thing I know, I turn around, and the whole platter is gone. The waitress took it away, dumped it in the trash. Not even the opportunity to take it home. Okay.
She asked her though.
Who did she ask her?
The waitress asked her.
I think I was already seeing. By that time,
the waitress asked her. She told her, "No, I'm done with it," just to make you more pissed off.
Needless to say, and I, of course, hey, this is my thing. However much she wants to eat, that's her prerogative. However, guess who was flipping the bill? Mr. Knight in shining armor, Mr. Gallant. Well, this was back in the 90s too. So, you still had that whole money. Yeah, you still had that whole, guys buy the, you go on the date, the guys take care of the date. Not anymore. Not after that little incident. So, well, actually I did, but not for much longer after that. But needless to say, it was a very long drive, a very long ride back to Walkersville back to Frederick that night.
Yeah.
I made her sit in the back seat, and I sat up in the front. Reverend Cuz was driving, and his wife was in the back with my friend. And she has the nerve to ask me, she's like, "Are you mad at me?" And I remember I turned my head. I'm like, "What do you think?" I think you are, and you are absolutely correct. I am mad at you. And that was about the conversation we had all the way back. If she would have even taken the food home, okay, I didn't get it. I didn't get nothing out of it. You know what? I should have did what this guy did. I needed to send her a bill. But see, we didn't have back then we didn't have smartphones and stuff like that. Cell phones were still just a regular brick phone or whatever. Cell phones were still quite expensive then, anyway. In the 90s. But yeah,
and
thank
he was
you.
so mad that he didn't get any, and so that made it even worse.
So you know what? Now that I think about it, at first I was like, "This guy's a creep. This guy's a real creep." After telling my story, I understand. There's a part of me I understand. Send her a bill. Look, lady, I did all this shit for you. I spent all this money on you, and then you're like, you're not even giving me the time of day. But Actually, I'd give it a little bit longer than a day, though. He just... Actually,
you wait till the end of the week and then collect interest.
I'm so desperate right now. I don't know.
All right.
Anyway, so
ladies, what do you think? And what's with the snorting? What's snorting?
Who's snorting? I think it's Reverend Cousin snorting.
Was I snorting?
Yeah, I think you are.
Oh, I didn't know it was I snorting while I was laughing.
He's got he's got some he's kind of clogged.
It wasn't clogged. I was laughing.
I know you were.
Man.
Yeah, what do you think, I mean, I don't know.
Ladies, let me ask. Okay, let's ask a question. Okay, I don't agree that we're laughing, but we don't agree that the guy.
No, that's that.
Not like he deserved anything for it. But let me ask you this question, ladies. Would you go out with the guy if he wasn't willing to pay? Okay,
like, dude,
would you consider him a
cheapskate
or something like that?
We want to know.
Now my assumption is when you go out with if the guy asks you out and you guys go out, I'm assuming. Oh, am I missing something?
You're assuming.
Again with the snorting. Who's snorting? Was I snorting? Anyway, I don't know who's snorting. Maybe it was me. But anyway, so you wouldn't go out? Hell no. Okay. So you would not go out with the guy who wouldn't pay flipping the bill. So Miss Annette apparently doesn't like.
This is the 21st century, honey.
So why don't
split?
You both split it for a while until you put in some.
Oh,
he must pay.
Oh, she put her foot down.
I guess that gone, man.
Then guess what?
You're gonna be giving it up.
No, you know what? No.
If I gotta pay, then we're gonna play.
No. This is all right. This is my thing. I do think that because I'm like chivalry. It is. I mean, if you're asking, I actually think it depends.
I wouldn't be able to do that.
I think it kind of depends on who asks who out.
Oh.
Even
then, I couldn't do it.
No, I agree.
If a girl even asked me out, I couldn't just.
But I can see.
I'd have to go at least.
I can see like if you've dated for a while. Let's say if you've been going out for a couple months or whatever like that, and let's say she's like one of the times she's like I'll take care of dinner tonight. And I don't necessarily have a problem with that because at that time you've already kind of got a relationship going on. I mean, obviously, if you're together for a couple months. You have a kind of relationship.
Yeah, if you go a couple months, she better be paying for something, or she's gonna get a little bit of.
Sabotage. I'd sabotage a toy of hers. I gave myself the buzz.
Well, if she had that, she wouldn't
need you. That's my problem, I think.
Your little old skimpy dinner ain't gonna make up for having to deal with your ass.
I know. And you had to bring up that whole Phillips thing.
Because it was hilarious.
I know. It wasn't at the time.
And not to mention,
I can look back on it and laugh.
Not to mention,
I forgive.
Not to mention, this girl was nuts. So we're at Phillips, right? And so it's crowded in there. It's very popular. So either she was going to the bathroom, I know she was coming back from the bathroom. Somebody accidentally bumps her, and she's like, "Excuse me," and it was like, "Oh my gosh." So Miss Net said, "In all seriousness, it depends."
And I agree with that.
even if like I said, even if a woman asked me out, I'd still I'd still pay for it because that's just, I don't know, that's just the way I am.
Now, I can see in this day and age where, especially if she's a strong woman or a powerful woman and she feels that she wants to do it, I would not necessarily feel right about it, but then I would at least, I would not let her, let's put it this way, I wouldn't let her pay for the whole thing. I'd be like, all right, if you're going to be that way, which I get it. I said, let's just split.
Don't put it that way.
Well,
if you're going to be that way.
I'm just saying, if she's insisting.
I'm just saying.
If you're going to be
don't
that way.
Don't state it that way.
Yeah, that might not be a good thing. But, we just split it. We split it down the middle.
Right down the middle.
Because I know there's a lot of thing with there's these strong women or whatever, and they kind of want to do things, they might feel the desire, the urge to pay for it themselves or whatever, because they don't want to feel this obligation.
And if she was adamant about it,
right?
I was okay, fine, you could pay, but
or like if we went out to dinner, let's say if we were going out to dinner or a movie or going out for drinks, I'd be like, okay, I'll tell you what, let's make this deal. You pay for dinner and I'll pay for the movie and drinks, and it works something out that way. That way you're like a little tit for tat.
Was that Yumi?
Yes.
Yumi? Yes. Does that mean you pay for it or the guy pays for it, or you guys are both kind of split it down the middle?
Split it down the middle. Or you do a little tit for tat. Like I said, honey, if you want to pay for dinner, I'll pay for the movie and drinks or something like that.
Yeah. Well, especially, shoot,
I'll pay
if you don't pay for drinks, nowadays them things, man, you get like a mixed drink. That daggone thing's like $10, $12.
I know. All right, I'll tell you. All right, let's do it this way. You pay, honey. You pay for dinner. I'll pay for the room.
Hey, you pay for the dinner and the movie. I'll pay for the popcorn.
Yeah, the popcorn's expensive.
And one soda with 2 straws.
That right there, that's $15. Popcorn and one soda with 2 straws. It's crazy.
So you say that, then and the lady might be like, okay, fine. We're going to McDonald's. Then we're gonna go see the dollar matinee.
Don't get me started on that, because you brought up these pin up feelings.
Well, go ahead. This is therapy. Go ahead.
I know. Well, I've actually discussed this with my therapist. Yes, I see a therapist. So
don't we all?
And if not, most of you should. Anyway, I used to say, it got to a point in my relationship with this young lady. Oh, not really young. She was actually older than me, I think. This lady, a friend of mine, that I would sit there. I'd say, like, what do you want to do tonight? Where do you want to go? I don't know, wherever you want to go. You want to go to McDonald's? All right, well, that's fine. Let's go to McDonald's. You want to go to the Dollar Theater? Because I think that was around the time when the Holiday Cinema in Frederick was like still only $1. I was like, all right, or $2.50. I was like, you want to go? Let's go to $2.50 movie. Okay, that's fine. I couldn't win, and it went from one extreme to this extreme. Maybe she was worried, maybe because if I went at some place that was expensive and she wouldn't eat, I'd probably sit there, I'd either wring her neck or make her do dishes in the back. Bust these tables. Pronto. I'll be back. Hey, manager, what time's your restaurant close? Midnight? I'll be back to pick you up at 5 after. 12:05.
Yeah. Just do some with those dishpan hands.
Yes. I want them prunes, wrinkled prunes.
Put some gloves on.
I don't want, and you better not smell like Mr. Clean. Even though I kind of like that smell.
That's
the lemony.
That
the
kind of
lemony,
put me in the mood.
I know the kind of lemony.
She comes out smell like pine sol.
Oh.
That's why I get it's half the half the time I gotta control myself. I'm getting ready to jump on all the cleaning ladies because they smell like pine sol.
You're at the hotel or whatever. It's like, hey
girl, what's your number? I love pine sol. Yeah, no.
So anyway,
anyhow,
let us know what you think. But I think this guy is a bum. They went out on one date. He bought her a couple drinks. They may have had a good time, may not. And then he sends her a text saying, "I want my money back." And I would have been like, I'm not trying
to be rude, but she gave him her number.
Right.
So it's quite possible the second date, maybe the third, he probably wouldn't. I don't condone all that, but I'm just saying he might have got a little, on second date,
and he blew it. He blew it. So good for him. Get rid of him.
Get rid of him. He's a bum.
Yep. Delete his number.
Well, the simple fact that he would actually text her to say,
right,
can you give me my money? Can you give me my money?
Really? I'd be like,
sure. She's just say, you know what? I make $20 an hour. How about you give me those 2 hours back that I had to spend with your dumb ass?
Exactly.
That's what I'd say.
Hair.
Yes.
Reverend. So
you wasted. That's 2 hours that I can't never get back.
Yeah, well, my life is gone. It's gone.
Exactly. All right. I think we're done.
We got it in. Finally.
We did.
That way we have a clean slate Sunday.
Yes.
For our road show.
Road show.
We don't have anything hanging over our heads.
Except that dark cloud.
Dark cloud.
Alrighty. Okay, so like we said before, we'll just say it real quick. So if you guys joined us late, watch our video here at the beginning. We'd make a couple announcements, but like we said, we're gonna do our
live simulcast
from the beach, and like we said, either send us some questions that you might have, or like you said, you can chime in.
Right.
Like on Facebook here, like you're doing now.
Like a bunch of you did tonight, and we thank you everybody that joined us tonight. Miss Annette, Omi, Miss Vivian just checked in. We had Miss Jen was here, Penny, Wendy, Michelle. So welcome everybody that joined us this evening. So thank you. So you guys can hit us up on chat tomorrow, next week. Yes. If you just want to ask a question, because like I said, the beach show, we have one special treat for you. After that, I think it's going to be like a free for all. It is going to be a free for all. So stay tuned. And that bad boy might go 2 hours, minutes. Whatever. It might go 30 minutes before we're pulled off the air or before we pass out. Speaking of which, I kind of want to say this. We're going to have it our normal time, 8:00. However, we are going to be in transit from point A to point B. So, barring any, you never know what could happen in transit. So just stay tuned. If we happen to be running late or whatever, we'll update the Facebook page and let everybody know that we'll be on at 8:30 or 8:15 or something like that. We ran into some technical difficulties because we got to get the studio set up. We got engineers. We got the bikini contest. I wasn't supposed to mention the bikini. Oh, I didn't know they were wearing tops. I was just wet t-shirt. Oh, no, we're not doing that. Come on, people. My wife would kick the little crap out of me. No, plus I wouldn't want to do it anyway. But if anybody is down, I tell you what. So if anybody out there is going to be down in Nag's Head at this time, let us know. And we'll let you know our location. If you guys want to show up for the show, and we'll put you on as part of the live audience. Well, we're doing not only not necessarily the live audience too, but when we go around, we're going to do a couple mini videos that we're going to post to our Facebook account. We can actually meet up with you, do a mini video. You'll be posted to our Facebook page. Yes, and you will live forever on the internet, other than your kinky pictures that you sent to your girlfriend or whatever.
And your boyfriend,
Or
who
your boyfriend.
who you did love. You two were in love, but then they shared them with everybody else, so it didn't turn out that you really loved each other.
Exactly.
Sorry about that,
And we got
Not
Brian
Brian
Miller just joined in.
goofball.
A little late.
But you
Show's
can watch
over.
it.
Yes.
So
Go rewind.
rewind, and like we said, next week will be the biggie.
Yep, the big
Kahuna. Oh,
Oop.
dude, go ahead, girl.
So anyway,
Yes.
we got to go. We got food waiting for us. So thank you all again for joining us this weekend. We really love it. We love it. All it looks like our viewership is just going up, up, up. Keep it up. We welcome, we said at the beginning, but we welcome everybody. Everybody's welcome, even if you don't agree with us, which is stupid if you do. You at least got to agree with me. Cuz he's a little, he can be rough sometimes. But hey, we welcome everybody. Everybody come on.
I might be rough, but I'm always right.
Yeah. And he is like a teddy bear. But just we welcome everybody and we welcome all comments. So we look forward to seeing you all a week from today at the beach. So until then, God bless and good night. And I give it over to Reverend Cuz.
Yes. God bless everybody. Please join us next week. Again, like we said, we'll be posting some stuff this week, and during the next week, while we're at the beach, we'll be showing all kind of goofy movies and
Stuff.
trying to engage people like out and about.
Maybe if we don't get, we'll be like the commercial. We get sand kicked in our face.
That's right. Well, we're gonna go to the beach and act like we're doing scopes. So taking pictures of.
Do they even still do that anymore? No. Can you all pose?
Scopes.
I want to take a picture.
You can pick it up at this address, and they come out as like a.
It's like the 7-Eleven.
I'm here for my pictures. I don't know what you do. You leave my store.
Or it's some adult bookstore.
No.
Excuse me, I'm here for my pictures.
I'm sure you are. Come right in.
That's in the room around the back. We got lots of.
Are you taking it's a Chinese restaurant. Get a picture. I do not know. You want number 5? Small large. Okay.
With white rice or fried. How many wontons with that?
All right. So, God bless. Love you guys. Keep the viewership up. Like I said, 32,000 last video by itself was 32,000 views. God bless everybody. And we will see you very, very soon. Until then, God bless.
Oh, namaste. Shoki, shoki.
Kamusta.
Namaste.
Kumusta.
Shoki.
Suki, suki.
Shoki, shoki.
And bye.